So there's about 1,000,000,002 free sample packs on the internet, and my goal today is to show you guys what I think are the best ones. So without further ado, let's just jump straight into it. So the first sample pack is kind of like a 1 in 4. It's the Jack Antonoff bundles. If you don't know who Jack Antonoff is, and I'm pretty sure you do because you're watching this video, but if you don't, he is a pop producer. He's mainly known for working with Lana Del Rey, Lorde, 1975, and this indie darling called Taylor Swift. And also he has his own band called The Bleachers. So yeah, he's pretty good. Pretty good producer. He has released 4 absolutely free sample packs. I gotta say, they're pretty high quality. Not only are these sample packs good, but also it gives you kind of an insight into the Jack Antonoff sound selection. I'm just gonna walk you through them. So the first sample pack is called Electric Lady, after the Electric Lady Studios. So each sample pack is a bit different. This one is more about just acoustic drums, good singer songwriter drums, that type of thing. We also have some loops. That's a vibe. And then we have the actual one-shots. Ooh. Yeah, so this type of guitar, this type of feedback guitar is very prominent in the Lana Del Rey Norman Rockwell album. Then we have the normal drums. Ooh. Ooh. That's such a good one-shot. So yeah, the drums are very acoustic and very organic, but also they're recorded on tape, so it has a bit of crunch to it. So yeah, obviously really good drums. Then we have Modular or Edition 2. This sample pack is more about dark drums and nice loops. Quote me on that. Ooh. Ooh. This is straight from a Weekend track. I can already make a whole song out of this. So, and then we have the dark drums. Definitely have a dark vibe, dark lo-fi-ish vibe, so you can definitely make some really cool, interesting drums with this. And then we move on to the Rough Customer Studio sample pack. This one is probably my least favorite out of the 4, but it's still a good addition to the other 3. This one is kind of similar to the first one, where it's a lot of just normal acoustic drums that are just recorded nicely. And then some of the one-shots. And finally, we have The Gone Now, song by song. And this, if you don't know, is the Bleachers album, The Gone Now. It's a breakdown of all of the songs from the album, and they have the individual sounds. And this is a great sample pack just to, again, get some more insight into the Jack Antonoff production process. And here we have the Jack Antonoff signature fill that you can hear on every track he produces, and I love it. It's a good fill. I don't blame him. So that wraps up the Jack Antonoff glazing section of the video. I gotta say, just very good sample packs. Just get them. They're free. Link in the description. Moving on, kind of in a similar vein, is pSyMuNsAmPlEs or pSyMuN. I don't know. So there's 3 installments here, 1, 2, and 3. 1 is probably my favorite lo-fi sample pack. 2 is kind of like an extension of it, and then we have 3, which has the most variety and the most recent sounds, but it is a paid one. It's only $10 though, so it's definitely worth it after I show you 1 and 2. I'm not gonna consider it for this video. pSyMuNsAmPlEs 1 I have used in pretty much my entire early career as non-signed lo-fi musician, and I'll show you just some of the sounds and how iconic they are. Like this clap, I've used it in every track. Now the hats. This hat I've used as an offbeat hi-hat for every time I make a lo-fi song. It's just iconic. They're very good. Then the kicks. We have a variety of like just normal kicks and then really hard kicks. So yeah, you have choice. Then the melodic shit, I don't usually use it just because I like either sampling or just playing it myself, but it's still good. Perks. There's about 100 sounds here, and they're all pretty nice and pretty unique, so you can actually add some character to your drums, so it's not just a kick and snare. And they all sound like they're recorded through a Sega Genesis or something like that, which is a good thing when it comes to lo-fi. This snare is in every lo-fi track I've ever made. It's just so good. pSyMuNsAmPlEs 2 is literally just an extension of this. It's not worth considering as a separate pack just because it is quarter of the size of this one. So if you're getting one, just get two as well. Moving on to sample pack number 3, which is the Crate Vol.5. Now, if you haven't heard of this before, it's because it's a Reddit exclusive, and it's a passion project by this Redditor called LowNT, who is the absolute goat of /R drum kits. And it's a really good old school pop / disco / soul sample pack. It is great. It's absolutely amazing. It samples old disco and soul tracks, and all the samples are very authentic. Don't let the fact that it's on Reddit or just like a random Redditor's passion project put you off, because this is a great sample pack. I'll just walk you through it. Okay, claps are great. Let's see the hi-hats. Kicks. And then snares. Some cowbell as well, because you can never have enough of that. If this didn't convince you, let me show you the loop section, because that's where it gets interesting. So you have drum loops and melodic loops and samples and perc loops. So the drum loops are iconic. They're just drum breaks from soul samples. If that didn't convince you, let me show you the melodic loops. And then you have the samples, which are just random samples. They're not a loop of a specific instrument. It can be a part of a song or something like that. Woo! No, these samples are just amazing. So yeah, get this, get the Crate Vol.5. There's previous volumes as well. I haven't dug through them, but the Crate Vol.5 is my favorite. But yeah, it's just definitely worth it. Now, next up, we have a one-shot kit, and I'll explain what that is in 1 second. So if you don't have any cool VSTs such as Omnisphere or nice presets for Serum, or if you don't have Analog Labs, there is a solution. This is a sample pack called icyjesse's one-shot kit. You have some bells here. They sound great. And then some flutes. And some guitar. Okay, and finally keys. So you might be thinking, what am I going to do with these one shots? Well, we're going to make an instrument. So there's two ways of going about it. Let's say I like this one shot. The first way of doing it is just simply dragging it to the sequencer here, and then you can actually start playing it. And when you put it in, you can actually adjust the ADSR, and you can assign it to a track and then add effects and stuff like that. Or if you have Serum, I'll show you what you can do. Just open Serum and then disable oscillator A, enable the noise one, and just drag it here. I'm just going to turn up the noise level. Anytime I play a key, it's the same note, so I just enabled these two settings here. And the reason why I like doing it at Omnisphere is because you have the envelope menu here, you have the LFO, you have the effects section. It's just so much easier to make a nice instrument when you use Serum. But you can also use Vital. I just don't use Vital myself, but I'm sure that you can just do the same thing. So yeah, the icyjesse pack is vital for those synth challenged producers. So yeah, definitely just get it. Final sample pack is called Garage Sessions Volume 3 Ghost Syndicate, I think. This is more on the UK garage / house side. I recently tried making UK garage and I stumbled for 2 hours and I couldn't make anything good just because I didn't have any sounds that are appropriate for the genre. And I'll show you what I mean when I open the sample pack. But it's vital to have the right sounds. And even if you don't make UK garage or UK house, it's still good to have them. I'll just walk you through some of the loops, but they're not the main attraction. So we have some nice bass loops, some drum loops, we have some music loops, you also have some synth loops, which are really nice. Most of them are atmosphere synth loops, so they're just like sustains and pads and stuff like that, but let me show you. the star of this sample pack is actually the one shots, the drums. I'm gonna start with the kicks. Pretty standard for house music and garage. Then we go on to the snares, and these are very important if you ever want to make garage or house. Like, the selection is impeccable. And then we go on to the hats. It's just a great selection. And to top it off, we have some percussion and some Foley just to add some character to the drums. So yeah, that is the final sample pack that I wanted to talk about. I find these sample packs really helpful, and they're completely free. You find the link in the description for all of them. And yeah, hope you guys found them useful. Just go download them, try them out for yourself. And yeah, I'll see you next time.